So I would describe the JEA in 3 words: my second home.
I have lived in this building my entire life.
I was here when the cornerstone was put down for this building in 1954.
I don't really ever remember a time that I wasn't involved in the JEA.
Well, I was born in Savannah and have been going to the JEA since I was, I guess, old enough to go somewhere without my parents.
There's no memory of Savannah that I have that doesn't involve the JEA.
Like 3, 4 years old, my first memories are literally out at the pool, in the gym.
We learned many things here, but basically what we did here was we created memories, lots of memories here, and we built relationships.
We had our hearts broken here. We went to dances. We had our first crushes.
My husband talks all the time about I grew up here. I played flag football in the Rosh Hashanah Bowl. And
my brother got really upset one day and he ran away. And where did he run away to? He ran away to the JEA.
It enriched our lives. Once again, we got involved with the social activities, the academic activities. We got to know people we would never know.
Well, I think it's the place where our entire Jewish community, all the synagogues and people who may not belong to synagogues can come to the JEA and be welcome.
It's been likened before to a town square.
To bring us together as a group to solve a problem, to have a program, to celebrate a holiday, or to celebrate someone's mitzvah, or to mourn with a family who's lost someone.
The JEA is a common meeting ground for especially Jewish people, but all kinds of people.
So I think the JEA to the larger community is that it's exposure to non-Jews about what it's like to be Jewish, and also holidays that we celebrate.
there's an understanding of what it means to be Jewish in Savannah that I think is significant. And I really do attribute that a lot to this center.
We were in the process of opening the preschool here. And I was telling someone about it. They said, well, if they open a preschool, we will have our child there because we know if there's a program in Savannah at the JEA, it's going to be a quality program.
We opened in August of 2013 with 3 teachers and 23 children. And today, I'm proud to say that we have 7 classrooms and over 100 children enrolled.
Opening of our wonderful preschool that I'm so proud of, I think has really brought young people back to the JEA.
We really got it when we had kids. Like that's the,
I mean, we didn't really become huge users of the facility, until we were indeed married and then had kids and then brought the kids here and then kids in preschool.
But not only is it school, it's all the holidays that you get to celebrate here. It's the Purim carnivals and the Hanukkah festivals.
And the camp program and the after-school program is a huge deal here.
As my kids age, I can see them long-term. I want them to be camp counselors and swimming instructors, lifeguards in the summer.
I recognized that I really liked working with kids through the camp leadership and training program and counselor and training program. So I went through those and I melded the two together and became a swim instructor here. So I do that, and then I love the camp side of things. So I stayed and became a camp counselor.
So not only is it a great pool for members to use, for us to use for campers, our pre-K program is different than all the other pre-K programs because we offer swimming during the day. The kids swim every Wednesday morning, and you don't get that at many pre-K programs around town. I think that it's also a good way to attract new members.
The pool for us is where our kids learn to swim. They took their first lessons there. It's where they first learned and had the courage to go up the slide by themselves and come down that slide.
Sundays at the pool are very fun because our kids have cultivated friendships at their preschool.
It helps cement your involvement here because you knew whenever you came to the pool, the kids would see their kids that they played with at day camp or that they played with at school or preschool or whatever level they were at. And the parents had company, the parents saw their parents, and so they had camaraderie around the pool.
But there's 2 pools here. The indoor pool has also been a major draw for people.
And there are activities for not just for youth, but for young unmarried adults and married adults and people with families with children and for senior citizens.
The organization brings in the people from the opera company. We bring in lecturers.
Until the COVID, I used to come here for lunch every Thursday to hear a speaker and to visit with people.
Food for Thought is generally an older crowd, so it's a nice opportunity for not only my kids, but also for me and my wife to meet some folks that we normally would not see otherwise.
In Judaism, we have a thing that says L'dor vador, generation to generation, and that is what I feel when I walk in this building. I feel a connection to my parents. My parents' picture is on the wall, you know, my grandparents, my great-grandparents.
I was able to share Shabbat with my mother, and she was over 90 at the time, my daughter, myself, and my 2 grandsons.
And I watched her see my children learn the prayers, understand the songs, get excited for Shabbat, and I saw her light up when she experienced that moment with them. I watched my mom come with her grandchildren and do the exact same thing, and it's my hope that my mom will become the great-grandmother that gets to celebrate JEA Preschool Savannah Shabbats with her great-grandchildren, and that I can celebrate those Shabbats with my grandchildren as well.
Now I see the JEA as how can we keep it for all the generations?
It's twofold. It's about survival, but it's also about pride and having something that looks like it belongs in 2021.
We need to invest in order to continue with strength and being a vibrant spot for people to enjoy being at, and to have those Sundays where the pool is packed, or to have, you know, the film festival where people are coming.
So when there are cultural events, when there are purely social events, when there is a gala.
If the JEA had to close its doors, I really think our community would lose its cohesiveness and loses one of its reasons for being a Jewish community. This is the ultimate leadership of Jewry in Chatham County, in eastern Georgia, and in the southeast United States.
The JEA has to be here. It just has to be here. It has to be here not only for the Jewish community, but for the broader general community.
I think we have a more demanding membership that expects more.
New programs, new ideas, and the only way you're going to do it is you need the foundation of adequate monies.
You need to have a building, and a building's expensive, and this is a big one.
This building needs to be here in the future. And somebody previously made that commitment, and then I was able to take advantage of the fact that I came to a community that I had never invested in, and here was this building. And our investment essentially is for that future person we may never meet.